something else changes. I mean, it is green again. Look at that. We've seen this room 3 times. The baby? With it. Talk about a baby, right? The lady was saying that she thinks she was pregnant or they were having a child.
Don't smoke.
Is that... Sneaking suspicion that the lady that they're talking about on the train tracks, is that going to be our wife? Or something like that? I kind of hope not, guys, but it feels like that's what it's kind of pointing towards much more so. Okay, well then, let's examine. It's a torn piece of my dog's sleep. Oh, it is. Well, we hop down without even thinking. We spot that. We know we got to get this done. My pup's down here. I'm rescuing you, fella. I'm not leaving you down here with the demons. I'll be taking you back, and you are coming out of here in one piece with me. It's a very interesting game so far, though. It really is. A great mix of, like, bizarre monsters. I'm really enjoying the monster design. It does, as I said before, everything feels targeted. We have the train monster, which might be this guy's interpretation now of maybe the train that took down his wife. Now he's kind of angry at the train, you know, it becomes a beast of its own. Something like that, we gotta know. 2nd, 29/2021. I waited in the dark for... Wait. This is today's date. I waited in the dark for so long. I lashed out against anyone who got close, but someone kept pushing me into the light. It hurt. Wait. Okay, we got calm. Hey, I kind of want to open that door. I'll search this way whilst I got some time. What a bee. All right. Oh, I'm hearing this. So we're down in the tunnels now. Ooh. What a cool little rhythm. Alright, let's interrupt. I wish it would play over doors, man. I really wish it would. That was awesome. So, this is a brand new zone with a brand new puzzle. Would you look at that? 3 square indentations. 3 ways we gotta go. I wonder what that means. Hi, guys. Let's whistle. Is a dog here? No response from the dog. Let's take our left first. We got an arrow. Okay. Hear that. Maybe we can put the tape. We can play the tape. Yes, the second tape. We can finally see what this was all about. Now, this one is clinic. I think I saw on the tape. So let's see what this one adds up to. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Either that floor is super shiny or this floor is super wet. Ooh, very twisty. Is that like the soul of someone? I don't know. It might be trying to say that. Are we some kind of like maybe place for people who, you know, have... Well, I don't even know what the freak is this. Like a mental health hospital or something? You see, there's always like a bit of red hue by when there's a strange sound. It's almost like the spirit of someone maybe who was there. Another one. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help you with your record scratching problem. Let's leave. Let's just get out of here. I'm just gonna run the whole way, guys. This thing is very strange to see. Which way's the right way to go? Like there. Like, whoa, what was that? Dang, that's gonna make my back pull out of place, man. Come on, what the freak? What is that? What the heck is going on in this place? Yeah, I'm crawling through. What the I can still whistle even in these cassettes too. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Where do I go? Like, where do I go? I don't know. I'll go this way. Just keep crawling. Just keep crawling. Nah, that's ambiotic sound right there. Did I do a full loop on that? Because I don't know where I am anymore. Guys, I'm going to go this way. See, we got a great... Oh, yeah. I'm out. I am up and out. Do I want to go that way or this way? I don't even know. Maybe this way is the way we got to go, like deeper in. This is a very strange sequence. I don't really know what this means. Oh, we got vertical. Oh. Yo. What the heck is happening? Why am I down here? The tape fuzzes out as we see this too. Is your neck good though, sir? It don't look it. It don't look it. It don't look it. Really, it don't. It don't. Okay, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I've seen enough, thank you. Got a map, 922. This place should be empty, but the lights are on, and I can hear something crawling around. Why keep the power on? Why? I can't fathom what this place even is. I've tried to map it out, but it doesn't make sense. Ooh, no, we don't want to whistle. We picked up a map. Someone drew it. Rough diagram. So it's a complete network of different strange places. Let me get that save room real quick. No. Okay, well, there's an arrow pointing to this one, so... Okay, that's locked. Well, thanks, arrow. You lied. Okay, this sucks, so we can't go anywhere here. I need to find a key, so we'll be back in due time that way. Let's see the map. Where's this diagram mapping out? So we're here. Yeah, let's go down. or rather, let's go straight ahead. Let's see what's down here. It should be a fairly straight path. Elements of a minecart we might find. Something, there's a warning arrow there, or an exclamation point, saying don't go through this way, and we can't go through even if we wanted to. That's locked up as well. So it really has confined us to one set path. We have to go to our right before we can even go through the cages. Freak out that way, come on man. Let's see then. Oh, this takes us up a little bit. This is like a tunnel slash like mine section, like an abandoned mine or something. Now why we'd need to come down here is, I guess, a mystery in itself. Let's go, climb ladder. What's the point in thinking, nah, we're climbing down this thing. Let's go. We can't let go either. Like, we can't just like zip down here as quick as we want. Take our time. So what's down here, huh? What do we find? There's an X on that door. Whoa, wait, the dog is down here? Oh my god, Pop! What is happening? No! What the heck? Whoa, hey! Right, that's it. You're me, the knife. Kitchen knife. Let's go. Yeah, we're dancing. You are gonna get cut to a million pieces real soon. Let's go. Okay, wow, it's strong. How could you lie about this? How could you do it? Like, dude, he's so quick though. Like, I'm taking shots with the shotgun. Move, get some health back. Dance with him. That's it. Like, he can still get me. Oh my god, he's taking shotgun. Dude, I can't kill him. He's too strong. Oh, we got him. Wait, what? Where'd he go? I hope we don't see him again. That was a much stronger enemy. Oh, yeah, this room feels like a battle's about to commence. Nah, I'm good. Okay, straight line. What's in here? Nah, I'm good. I'll go this way. There's an arrow. Yeah, get me out. Weird ambience, don't like it. Look at all this. Holy crap. Okay, beetle emblem. We got the mine access key. So this was for a reason. What is down there? Like, I wish we could just invest. It makes me want to just keep looking. And, like, what are these? We can't re-examine them. I don't know what these are. Hold up. Can we hit them? I don't know what... It sounds metallic. No. This is not right. It's back! Oh my god, right, that's it. We're flanking this. We're not fighting it. We'll go through. Right, wait. What? I can't flank it? Yeah. Oh my god, it's quicker than me. It's legit quicker than me. Wow, listen, you can take a few swings on my back, me. I don't care. We'll just climb it. Yeah, whatever. Climb. Woo! I hope it can't climb as well. Nah, it sounds like it's angry down there. That thing is angry. Just double check. Is it coming up? I think it's stuck down there, guys. Yeah, we're good. We're never going to see it again. I'm out. Why did it look like my corgi, though? The first one, and that's it. Slot that bad boy in. Now, let's see maybe if the key was for this section here. Also, I'm definitely saving. That thing was tough. Alright, well, there's an arrow pointing to the door. If this is a prank, I'm going to be mad. Okay, it's very ghosty. Let me just see. Lots of sections here. How about we just get this done quick time, right, guys? Like, kind of run through. So this is another downward point. This is what it's all about then. Like, in these sections, we have to descend down into different maddening points. This one's kind of like harmless for the most part. This was a lot deeper than the last one. What demons be down here then? Huh? I can hear you. Oh yeah, I can hear you spinning your discs. I just want to get through this as quick as I can. What the freak is happening, guys? This is so weird. I can hear it back there, like it's here. I think it was there? Broken. Okay, so we gotta find the working door. Hopefully this is the one. If we could just get through this zone and get back out without ever having to shoot a bullet, that would be the best case scenario. 9:24, I told everyone, but no one listens to me. I can't trust anyone. They're all just serving the monsters. No one is different. It's just me now. Why wouldn't they just listen? The heck are you talking about? Like, are the monsters real? Talking about your inner demons? Is this you to yourself? I don't know. Oh boy. Hold up. I can hear it. Is that right here? I don't like those sounds, man. There's a second door. It's just got like ammo in maybe? Oh, it's the other side if we didn't get there. The T's. Alright, I see it. Nah, if it hits me, don't care. I'm quick up the ladders. I am quick. I kind of want to see the monster though. Oh, it's you again. It's just another... Ow! Man hit me in the leg. It sounds like he's climbing, but he can't be. Oh! He can! Oh! My God! Go! No! just somehow gets worse, doesn't it? It somehow gets worse. Okay, let's open this door. Jeez, man, this is insane. This game is actually crazy. It's very intimidating. So, is this going to be our last zone?
Put the smoke down.
Exclamation there. I can hear the monster just on that side of the door. Run past it, run straight past it. Let's go. Or is it here? Nah, it's not here. Yo. Oh my god! Yo, too close, too close, too close. Oh, I did just save, so if it takes me, I actually don't mind. You can do that if you want, sir. Actually, let's fly around. What were you doing in here? There's another arrow here. This was the way we're supposed to go. Maybe, I don't know. Feels like we're going off trying more than anything. Nah. Go. He's swinging. Wait, open? Woo! Let's go in here. Did we Oh, hey, we found it. First of all, there's a note. 923. I thought I'd be safe down here. I'm so far away from those monsters up above. But even down here, I'm not alone. Oh, yeah, we know. The bomb emblem. So we've got every single emblem. What we gotta do is make it back now. So let's try and do that in, one piece. Alright, we got out of that one. We've even got time to... No. You don't get a chance to scream. Oh, it's here. Interesting. I didn't realize that was what the other doorway was for. So let's go back, put all of the different shards in the door, and see where that takes us. There's the other one. There's the other one. So we can open this door. What's behind door number 1? What? Azumi testing? We're in like a facility now. Okay, I didn't see this one coming. Let's keep moving through the facility, I suppose. Don't really have the gun out right now. Dr. Brundle, Personal Archive 86. Feeling good about today. Progress continues almost at an alarming rate given how theoretical this all should be. Today we had one of those smaller rodents continue to move for almost 2 hours after all of its blood had been drained and replaced with a mix of PA-22, 1215. These rodents. We're kind of seeing bits down here now, aren't we, guys? Like, we're seeing the different elements and bizarre things like that. That makes you really question things. Wait, why am I wearing a red shirt now? What's going on? It's day 2 of recording this game, guys. I just couldn't finish it last time. I think I recorded for like 2 hours in the last episode. Now, I'm trying to refresh my brain because whilst you guys have literally seen the scene transition, it's been a whole day for me. So, if I remember correct, we went through like a cave system and some tunnels through a mine shaft, and now we've ended up in some kind of test facility, and this is basically where we got left off. We got lobbies, Dr. Brundle, all these different labs. Yeah, this is it. Nesium testing or Nesium testing. We went through here. I went and pretty much saved my game, and then we're starting out from this point on. Yeah, I already read that note. So here we are. I'm gonna start walking around the corridors with a kitchen knife in my hand. Don't judge me, guys. Listen, I'm just nervous. Dr. Brundle's place locked up. We gotta find ourselves a lockpick there. We got housing. Does that say housing? Let me see. Housing. Wait, hold on. What? Housing 1C. Broken lock. We might see a recurrent pattern unless maybe that was the only one that was broken. So this is 1B. What is this place? It's definitely a science laboratory. Looks like the rig is still somewhat set up. Dr. Piscinini, is that right? Shrieks and squeals are all I hear. My troops are infested with these rats. If only they knew that we are going to make them into something beautiful. If they knew that and had the capacity to, they would respect me. But no, it's nothing but screams and wailing. I can't sleep, I can hardly think. Even when I'm further away from the sound or should possibly travel, I can still hear them. And they were pretty extreme then with the experiments. Look at that, you got the whole, like, ballpoint mouse. Man, if you don't know what that thing is, guys, search that thing up. That is a throwback. You can see definitely the electronic wiring. It's all connected here. Go into each of the different rooms. Can we, like, maybe move that? You see how there's some space back here? So, oh, okay. Well, some of the test subjects in here, even more. Definitely not great to see. I'm leaving that room. What the heck was all that about? So that was housing 1B. Not the greatest outlook for this place. Let's, maybe see what we can do over here, unless this door is broken again. So we can't see what's in lab 1C or 1A. That must have been where maybe they were doing the experiments. Go through here. Of course, vending machines scattering the land, and we got lockers. Maybe we'll find a lockpick in here. That's what we're looking for. Woo! Oh, boy! Guys, you ever met a gun before? I can't jump. I gotta move. Okay, hand good time. Guys, I'm sorry. You're swinging at my ankles. I don't want to do this. I don't know if headshots do more damage. My gosh, so were these the rats? You see his back still jiggling? Can you stop though? What do we have in here? Just sinks. The ambience for this is just deafening. Also, we don't need privacy in this place. Look this, like, I don't even want to comment, but hold up. I mean, it makes sense. Like, if this dude doesn't have no toilet paper, he just reaches over, he can talk to Tommy, and Tommy can probably be like, nah, Bob, you ain't using mine. What's this? Dr. Piccinini, Archive 67. I showed Satyrus to Dr. Brundle today. He didn't know what to think, he just stared at it. Maybe he was just scared. Satyrus is moving now, but only barely. For some reason, I can't get him to function while the camera is on, or while I'm looking at him. He just changes and forms between these moments. Wait, what? So you never actually see it happen, but it's always shifting around and whatnot. Very strange concept. Had another note down here which we didn't get a chance to read. Dr. Brundle 87. Today I question the higher staff just on how far they think we can go with these experiments. Dr. Piccinini took hold of me and brought me into one of the off-limits rooms and showed me something I didn't fully understand. Maybe he was playing an elaborate and inappropriate wait. What? Piccinini told me it was his other pet project and assured me that the work we're doing is of great importance. So that might be talking about these guys. We heard about some of them researching rats and things of that nature. Now we're seeing this next mutant. Okay, that's not another note. That's about it though in this room. Let's head out the other side. What do we have? I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should go around with the handgun. Like we got rat posters. That's what they should have been experimenting on. That look more like humans though, more than anything. So holding 1A. Is that going to be lab 2A? Hang on, where are we right now? We'll go and hold in 1A. Got the gun. Yep, I was right to have the gun out. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, guys. Chill. Wait, why is my gun not shooting? That's it. Oh. Dang. They're aggressive in this place. Look at the conditions they're in, though. And the music. This feels so wrong, all of it. It's like testing Archive 89. We've done it. I have to get out of here as soon as I can. These are creations that should not exist. I don't know if we screwed something up along the way or if this was the only possible outcome. What, these things? Because they were testing on small rats, but the scale of these guys, is that the pet project that we're working on? We got another one down here. To Piccinini, Personal Archive 68. My dear savior is growing every day. I started sealing some of the rats from their tiny safe cages and put them in a hole with Satyrus. At first, I wasn't sure if they would do anything, but once I left and came back, the rats were gone. The only trace of the rats left was a lipstick mirror.
Yep. Let's go. Pause it. I guess I'll see you when I'm at that place. You know, UK. So, yeah, see you then. Put your hair. Oh, hi. It's the next day, as you can tell. We're in Monday, UK. UK, you know. We're in the UK now. Anyway, we make tools with the fucking Monday Pirates in the UK. And yeah. I'm just down here. My ship is getting repaired, so I have to stay here for a few days. In the Monday, you know what I mean. Shit. Press play. Watch YouTube for the day.
As if I had just left them there the night before were my keys. As you can imagine, I was floored by the perceived nonchalance these inanimate objects were just sitting there with, and instantly my thoughts turned to sleepwalking, downright forgetfulness, etc. But I knew in the back of my mind that none of these explained it. I went to grab them, and instantly dropped them because of the searing pain in my hand. They were hot, like metal baking trays straight out the oven hot, like they had been sitting under the sun on a corrugated metal roof all day in high summer heat. I made myself coffee, making sure not to touch them, and left them there all day and eventually picked them up and hung them on the hook next to the door, and didn't lose them again. Some other strange things that happened are as follows. I would sometimes hear a woman crying outside my window during winter, when there were no guests staying in the caravan or camping section of the park, which was in a different field anyway. Repeatedly, I'd wake up to find a suited man sitting on the end of my bed in the middle of the night. I'm not sure if it was a dream, but it never felt like one. Doors kept opening and closing that I knew were not opened or closed beforehand. Wardrobes being opened and things being dragged out of it while I was out of the room. This happened a lot. No matter how many things I stacked in there, the door on it was one of those that you had to push inward for it to release the catch and open outward, if you get what I mean. The TV would turn itself on and off. flickering lights and bulbs breaking way more than normal. Extra cold and hot spots throughout the building, which I often walked through or felt forming and disappearing next to me. I used to sleep with an electric blanket under my bottom sheet, and 2 or 3 blankets on top of me, and occasionally would wake up freezing, with 1 or 2 of the top layers on the other side of the bedroom. There was no way I could have kicked them that far in my sleep. Once I woke up, with my bed a foot away from the wall. It was a diving bed with wheels. We are not in an area that experiences earthquakes or anything like that. So how did it move? I moved out when I was 17, and social services don't put kids there anymore due to some unrelated issues that I had with the landowner, which I am glad about in many respects. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'm not a superstitious or generally spiritual person, but in high school, I was in the drum line, and we practiced early in the morning prior to starting school. We were inside the band room that day because it was fairly cold. So anyway, I'm doing my thing playing the tenors, and I drop one of my mallets. I turn to pick it up and can't find it. There is about 10 feet of open bare floor surrounding me, and it's nowhere to be found. My instructor stops us and basically just asks me what the problem is. So several of us start searching around but can't find it. I say screw it, grab my spare set, and about 20 minutes later the band director walks in and locks his office, sits on his desk, and knocks on the window. I look up, and he picks up the mallet from his desk with a look like, "What is this doing here?" I could verify that it was mine because I marked each set. Nobody had gone in or out. There's no gap under the door, it's a locked room, and it somehow ended up on the desk. There were 15 of us in that room at the time, and there was a unanimous nope at that moment. I was stunned, and one of my buddies became unglued. We pretty much cancelled the rest of the rehearsal right there and then, and many of us were pretty bugged out about the rest of the day. I couldn't concentrate on anything for almost a week after that. Eventually my brain just filed it away under unsolved mysteries, and we ended up carrying on with life. These events occurred in my home, which is in the suburbs next to a major highway. When my older brother was 3 to 4, he slept in his room that is on the back corner of my house, so 2 walls lead to the outside. He was in the roof, then another one on the other side of the wall that leads to the backyard, and then one further away from the wall. All of this occurred within a span of 5 to 7 seconds, so whatever it was moving fast, or there were 3 of them. Confused, he went to the living room to tell my mum, to which she asked what the sound was like. "Like a low whistle," he said. My mum didn't think much of it, and told him it was probably an owl that swooped by. This happened around 1999. Well, 19 years later, my room is in the opposite end of the house than my brother's, and is basically running along the side of the house from the front to back, with a long window that goes across. I keep it covered with curtains, though. The path outside of my room that leads to the backyard is closed by a big gate that makes a noise when you slide it open, and a tall wooden fence divides me and my neighbor's property. The bed I sleep in is right up against the windowed wall, and my desk is on the other side of the room next to my door. My room door leads to the kitchen, which has a sliding door that leads to an unfinished room that only has a floor and a roof and is open to the elements. The fact this was unfinished means the wooden floor was suspended by stones, making it difficult to traverse without making a sound, as it's basically hollow. This information is important for later. My mum, my brother and I were in my room telling creepy experiences we've had. Keep in mind this was around 1 a.m. I was sitting on my bed and my mum was on the chair in front of the desk, and my brother was at the doorway of my room. We're facing each other in a triangle formation telling the stories. My brother's story about the whistling came up, and I found it intriguing, so I queried him about it. The conversation went something like this. Wait, so you heard a whistling sound? Yeah, it's the best I can describe it from what I can remember. So it's like this? Yeah, kind of. We saw what appeared to be a human face, and only a face, down there, completely not moving. The windows were all boarded over. The one on the second floor had the board nailed over at the top. It was bent open outwards at the lower end, held out by a chunk of wood. On one visit with some newbies, we looked up and saw that it was closed. The newbies thought the place looked to be run down, but safe. And when they tried to uncover a statue among the weeds in the yard, they elected to poke around in there. When the rest of us got upstairs, the board was bent open as usual. And when we looked out and saw the others in the yard, and I'm still kicking myself for not shouting down to them, because when we got back inside, it was shut again. The first time I saw her, as she followed me since I was a kid, was about 5th grade. Now, I'm in my 20s. I've always seen spirits or other things ever since I can remember. I've tried to look at both sides of the scientific and spiritual, and try to argue both aspects with myself, and tend to not share much info to people in fear of sounding like a wacko. I've told my sister, brother, and best friend. My buddy saw ghosts with me and now believes in ghosts, but doesn't talk to me about it anymore. I think I shook his view on the world. When I was in 5th grade, I had a friend over to stay the night and hang out. The standard sleepover when you're a kid. So we're being annoying young boys all jacked up on sugar and pop, playing the old Xbox and GameCube. Many memories there. It gets to about midnight, and we had these PVC pipe-like giant connects. I don't know if anyone remembers those, but we used to build some weird fort structures in the basement with them. My friend and I then heard my 2 cats hissing and just going nuts. So I told my friend that it was just probably raccoons or something that was pissing them off. It wasn't the first time, you see. So we run up the stairs to see if they were at the back door, and the cats weren't there. Then we walk up to the front door, and the cats are at the base of the stairs to the second level, puffed and hissing. We both look up to the top of the stairs, and we both see a girl standing there with a blue hue and white clothes and dark hair. I'm assuming she's roughly our age, just standing there holding onto the railing looking down. So we ran back downstairs after looking at her, and we locked ourselves in the basement. My friend never came over again. Many friends refused to stay at my house claiming it was haunted, and I was labelled as the weird kid in school and no one wanted to be my friend. I've seen her for a long time, and she follows me when I move, even 150 miles. Then I moved across the country, and when I was on danger a few times. If people have theories, I'm all ears. I'm not scared to see her again, and I wish I had the video evidence to prove it. Anyway, any discussions or theories would be helpful. I'd appreciate the insight. I would like to preface this story by saying that I am not an expert in the paranormal. At best, I'm just a guy with an interest, shining some light on the unknown. Today at work, one of my co-workers told me a story of a paranormal experience she had. For the life of me, I don't know what to make of it. It sounded like something out of a book.
Let's pause it. Let's go back to my place where I'm staying at. Not my place, but B&B where I'm staying at for a few days. Until my ship is fixed. I'll see you when I'm at my B&B, guys. See you then. Here we are. The B&B where I'm staying at. My place is on the 2nd floor. This is my place here. Kitchen, lounge room, bed here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Yeah, I'll see you then. Well, it's another day here. Let's go chill on the balcony out here. Press play.
I was texting her about how amazing she was, and she would get angry with me because I wasn't agreeing with her, and fought with me because I couldn't just let her be sad. She had friends aside from me, but she didn't care about them. She was focused on me completely. She would talk about how she was sucking out my soul all the time. Of course, she'd be passing it off as a joke, but the truth is she knew exactly what she was doing, because she was a completely different person when I wasn't around. I had other friends tell me that when I wasn't around, Brittany was not happy and bubbly, how she was with me most of the time, especially in front of a lot of the people that we knew, and was kind of putting on a performance for the crowd. Nor was she moody nor sad, which is how she often acted around me and alone. She was just mean. She was creepy. She would stare people down if they tried to walk up to me and talk to me, but she made sure I never saw that. She would tell other people how I was talking crap about them, but yet I never did. She loved to pick fights with me, and whenever she did, she would always go to one of our friends bad-mouthing me about it, telling them I was terrible for doing XYZ, and that she hated me and never wanted to see my ugly mug again. She was constantly berating me for something, even if it was something small like insulting what I was wearing that day, or observing out loud I had a very large zit on my face trying to embarrass me. Very childish stuff. This went on throughout high school. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The turning point in our relationship happened in 8th grade. This year was when she began losing her grip. She blamed it on the fact that she was not in the same pod, which is a group of classes and teachers, that I was in that year. She, in fact, made such a fuss about it that halfway through the year she claimed that she needed specifically to be in more classes with me because of her home life, and she told the school I was her only friend and that I could help. So the school switched her schedule around and put us in almost every single class together. One day, I was spending the night at her house, and she was showing me this role-playing game called Corpse Party. If you've not seen, read or played it, it's a pretty cool game. However, that night turned into something completely abnormal from what we usually did. She was showing me the anime for Corpse Party, and getting to the scene where, spoiler alert, Naomi finds Seiko in the bathroom. Brittany got very excited at this part and told me about how it's her favourite part of the whole story because of the tragedy involved. You see, Naomi is possessed and blacks out of control and unaware of her actions, and the fact that Naomi and Seiko were best friends. When Brittany showed me this, she told me, "I want to do this to you." For a bit of context, Seiko was actually found with a noose around her neck in the bathroom, hanging. It was at this point that she said to me, "I want to do this to you."
Walk off, move town.
She told me she wanted to end my life.
Out there.
At that moment I wasn't scared and didn't know what to say, but it wasn't because I thought my life was actually in danger. I was scared because I thought there was genuinely something wrong with my dear friend, and I wanted to help her. I spent that night listening to her vent and unload everything she needed to,
if I was
and
you,
comforted
I would
her
walk off, move
after she said that to me,
go to the
because
school,
I saw it as a cry for help.
over now.
That was the very first time I really felt off about her. Sure, she was annoying a lot of the time with her bratty tantrums and spats and fights over nothing, but those were all forgivable because I still loved her and didn't care. I wanted to be her friend and be there for her, even though she wasn't a very good friend to me. I innocently thought that she just didn't know what she was doing and didn't know how bad she was hurting me. So I just took it on the chin and didn't complain. The night after the whole Corpse Party incident, Brittany began hitting me. She would quite literally bonk me on the head or arm with her closed fist, basically punching me all the time. The teachers never said a word. When I told my mum about it, though, she was like, "You're not hanging out with her anymore until she sorts herself out." I listened to her, not because she was mum and I did what I was told. I was a sneaky little brat, and if I still wanted to talk to Brittany, I would have. But I was glad she said that, because that meant I didn't have to make that decision by myself. Brittany was so upset, but not in the way you'd expect, since we were in almost every single class together. She was still around me every day. She fought with me all the time and said, "We're not friends anymore," like a child. A lot.
Wow.
But this was different because I was actively ignoring her and not speaking to her at all. This lasted for around a month. Every single day she would cycle between being absolutely furious and staring holes in the back of my head to trying to look really, really overly sad, to the point where other people in class said something to her. She wasn't satisfied with the attention though. She wanted mine and made that obvious. One day after school, we're still not talking. I was in the car ride home with my mum and sister when I got a call. It was Brittany. I answered, and she let me know that she had been admitted to a psychiatric ward. She acted like she was in jail the way she played up the theatrics, that being her speciality, being dramatic. And as a kid who's never been through anything like that, I believed every word she told me. When she finally came back home, it was like a reunion between a military family. We ran up and hugged each other in slow motion like a Lifetime movie. She apologized, and I thought she meant it, and we became friends again. However, our relationship was never quite the same after that. I had my guard up, and no longer blindly believed everything she said. She'd been caught in numerous lies by me over the years, but I was just much more skeptical of her after this happened.
Good.
Once we were in high school, we started to mature. I was less obtuse, naive, and gullible. She was not much different, though. She still pulled all the shots. However, in high school, Brittany and I were part of a large friend group of around 10 that hung out constantly during school. We all hung out as a large group, and so we even got to know each other really well. In fact, one of the subgroups for me was her, Evan, and Adam. This is what we call our close-knit. We were the 4 musketeers and hung out outside of school all the time. Other people saw how Brittany behaved and questioned it, especially to me. They would come to me when she wasn't glued to my hip and say, "Why do you put up with that? If she treated me that way, I wouldn't even be friends with her." I would just say that I'm her best friend and that's what friends do. I still didn't really question it, but I was starting to. Junior year was one of the hardest of my entire life. That year, my second dog, Sophie, was only 6 years old and passed away from
when
lymphoma.
people are in
It happened on Christmas Eve morning, 2014.
men
My
or
birthday came very
girls
soon
hit
after that.
the person. They don't want to leave. They're too afraid. They're blinded. If I was them, I'd
I'd
just
been
walk
dating
out.
this guy for 3 years, starting in 8th grade, ironically, and literally the day after my birthday party, he dumped me for another girl, right after my dog died, because I wouldn't sleep with him. This guy had pursued me for over a year because I didn't even... They would come to me when she wasn't glued to my hip and say, "Why do you put up with that? If she treated me that way, I wouldn't even be friends with her." I would just say that I'm her best friend and that's what friends do. I still didn't really question it, but I was starting
That's
to.
not what friends do. Or
Junior year
girlfriend
was
or
one of the
boyfriend
hardest
do.
of my entire life. That year, my second dog, Sophie, was only 6 years old and passed away from lymphoma. It happened on Christmas Eve morning, 2014. My birthday came very soon after that. I'd been dating this guy for 3 years, starting in 8th grade, ironically, and literally the day after my birthday party, he dumped me for another girl, right after my dog died, because I wouldn't sleep with him. This guy had pursued me for over a year because I didn't even like him, and when I finally did date him, I fell for him, and his stupid ass, and he did that to me. As well as a ton of other stuff, but that's a whole nother story in itself. Safe to say I was extremely depressed after all this happened, and hardly ate anything for 2 whole weeks. I cried in class multiple times. I don't do that stuff, especially when I was younger, because I always thought it was a sign of weakness to act like that in front of people. The odd thing is, this is when Brittany and I got a little closer again. She was actually a little nicer to me, and didn't rag on nearly as hard as usual. I thought I was finally getting the friend I missed back,
But no.
and I was so happy. At this time, we made a pact that if we were still single at 35, we'd just marry each other. We acted like real friends again. However, after 9 months, I started dating someone that we'd known since kindergarten. One of the boys that were part of our close-knit. Evan. Brittany was not happy about this. She told me I completely ruined the whole friend group, and that I was so selfish and that I didn't care about her. This guy had been in love with me since we met. We dated once in 7th grade, and he was the nicest guy I'd ever met. But I was actually scared of a healthy relationship, so I didn't stay with him. I didn't know that's why I broke up with him at the time. I just thought I didn't like him. But the fact of the matter is that if I had never had someone be nice to me the way he was, and it made me uncomfortable, not that it was his fault, but because of what all my other relationships looked like, okay, we get it. I have daddy issues. Brittany even got Adam to side with him. They both started complaining that we were ruining the friendship group and ruining our relationships with everything else. But everyone else was happy for us. They were the only...
I guess I'll see a month later, a week later. Who the fuck knows? But by then I'll be somewhere else, not here. So like I said before, I'm waiting until my ship is fixed. Then we'll be going somewhere else. So I'll see you whenever, I guess. Bye for now.